adults end up back home sometimes. I was going to go to law school, and so ... You never know.
No.
That's what you say.
If that is even a possibility, we need to downsize like immediately, like 2 bedroom.
You're not ready.
I'm not. I can't.
Chrissy Cream 10 on Twitter, who says, that's why I keep telling people children are a life commitment. A lot of people think parenting ends at 18 to 21. Nope. And there was another one in here. It's even more American to pretend as if parenting has a cutoff age. That's Clarkeisha Kent on Twitter as well. What do you think of that?
That's 100% right. I think our oldest child and daughter is just turned 27, right? So I remember with her growing up thinking, okay, 18, we're done, right? Like, we're done with the attitude, we're done. No, there's still 19, 20, 21, 22, 27. There's still what we call advisory mode, right? It's just a much easier parenting than the 1 through 18 is, or 0 through 18 is. I mean,
I think that's key. Maybe it doesn't end in the time that we thought it does, but it does get easier.
It does get easier. Yes. That's why we like advisory mode so much, because it gets easier. This next chapter is just, I'm over here living my life. You're over there living your life. And then, at times you'll jump in and say, hey, listen, I'm having a little trouble. What do you think? That is so much different than constantly cleaning up behind them or reminding them to do stuff or telling them they can't do this. It's so much easier. I can't wait till we get there with all 3 of them.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's twofold too, because it's hard to self-analyze, but I think that there's a part of it is that it gets easier because some of the physical aspects leave your home.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
But that creates a new challenge because then you have to operate at a distance when they're still so connected to your heart,
Yeah.
And as they get older, you get more trusting in that, hey, you're still very connected to my heart, but you're doing all right. Like, I don't have to worry. Right.
I think that comes from the idea that if I've done everything that I was supposed to in those 18 years, like I've prepared you for life. And I know that when you leave my house, I did everything that I was supposed to prepare you for life. Once you're out of the house, I'm not worried because I know I prepared you. So, you may not make the same decisions that I would, but, you're different. You're different than I am. You are a combination of me and your father. And all the decisions that you make aren't going to be the best ones or the right ones. But, whatever decision you make is going to shape you. I just think that it's from a parent standpoint. Like, I just got through cleaning up behind the mirror today. I'm really over the day-to-day mothering. I'm exhausted. What's
funny is that you say you agree with this quote that parenting doesn't end, but your mother would say that you falsely did believe.
Oh, absolutely.
That it was going to end at the finish line. And that's 100%. Not even a long time ago. That's 100%. Within the last couple of years.
100%.
And her quote, when she was like, well, I didn't want to mess up your fantasies of this empty nesting thing that you've been celebrating and looking so forward to. But she was like, children are like bad pennies. They keep turning up.
They keep coming.
Right.
Yes, it is. It's hilarious because I feel like their stage of, they've been married more than 50 years. That's a completely different advisory mode. So like I'm talking to her and celebrating with her. Like we're almost at empty nesting. We're so close. We're going to go from a 4-bedroom house to like a 2-bedroom condo, and we're not going to have any room for anybody. And she's like, okay, all right, well, we'll see how that goes.
I don't think that was ever the thing, right? A smaller house would be fine.
It was just smaller. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It wasn't for everybody. It was just us. And so over not even a year, it's been months. Over months, you just realize, okay, well, the 19-year-old doesn't want to leave. We've made it clearly very comfortable. And the 27-year-old, she's great. She's gone.
Look, I wouldn't put it past. That's the thing that you got to watch out for.
She likes to come back.
Hold on. Yeah, but you got to watch out for this. Adults end up back home sometimes.
Oh no.
No. See, you say it. You say, "Oh no." But I'm just saying, there's a truth that you may have to keep your eyes on. Is that is that? Hey, if somebody decides, oh, you guys live so close to Duke and Chapel Hill, and you live so close to State. I was going to go to law school, and so ... You never know.
No.
That's what you say.
No.
I'm just saying it happens. I'm not saying it's going to happen to us, but it does happen.
If that is even a possibility, we need to downsize like immediately, like 2 bedrooms.
You're not ready.
I'm not. I can't. The idea of having to go back to, because in my mind, there's no way they're coming back as full adults. Like, I feel like they'll probably slip back.
They might fall back into bad habits of being
parented that I am not signing up for. Like, when I'm done, I am 100% done. I'm not turning around and looking back. That's exhausting. It really is. And because I haven't left it, I'm exhausted and ready for the next chapter of all 3 of their lives.
Right. Here's one thing I picked up from my friend's mom.
Okay.
She's in her 70s. And so it's cool to be able to have these, I won't call it peer conversations, but closer to peer conversations with older people, where you not have to be like super subordinated. Like, we can have adult conversations. Right. And she was talking about how difficult it is at her age to make friends. Right? She was saying that, it's just not the same. And you lose friends to death. You lose friends to divorce or changing relationships. You lose friends to old jobs and things like that. And it's not as easy to make friends as it was in her youth. So her circle gets smaller and smaller. And then she says, you come to realize that you have raised your friends who would be your friends circle. Like, you're still going to have other friends, but you've raised people who are going to be, if you do a reasonable job, are going to be in your life until your end.
Yeah.
Right? That's her perspective. That's how she sees it. Whether or not it's true for everyone, I think it's a reasonable understanding. As I look around my family, like, your kids, if you do a reasonable job, will be around for the rest of your time.
Right.
So do a good job now in at least planting these relationship seeds. Not that you want to move in with them or that you want them to move in with you, but just realize that those relationships aren't just give. They eventually balance out, and you benefit if you do a reasonable job. How do you feel about that?
I like everything you said. I don't have a problem with anything you said. I think my only concern would be, that at that age, depending on how young or old your child is, they are at an age where, let's say you're retired, right? In your 70s, you're retired, but your child is not retired. So, like, we don't have the same time schedule. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, just having somebody to talk to,
who
cares about you and who cares about what listening to your stories, because that's really what it boils down to. At the end of the day, if I slipped and fall, who am I going to call? Or somebody going to get a phone call? But before that, because I'm not slipping and falling anytime soon. But is somebody going to listen to my stories when something crazy happens, something funny happens in the supermarket? Who do I call? Right? It's going to be one of the kids eventually. Right now, you still got your people. I still got my people.
Right.
But apparently, 30 years from now, we may be calling the kids because our friend circle seems to diminish or drift apart in some cases.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so in terms of like advisory mode, right? You have to accept that turn the headlights on. You have to accept the forecast that you see from older people who are telling you, hey, this is coming down the road. Let me ask you a question. Do you think your parents would like to hear from you more?
My parents would always like to hear from me more.
There you go. That's all I'm saying. They still want you close by.
Absolutely. I get that. I totally get that. Yeah.
Okay. So at the end of the day, parenting, relationship with kids is important. Do good things now, build strong relationships, and according to Jamie, don't let them move back in no matter what happens.
Nope. No.
That's it.
Next door.